here, Teach. So
It's not that loud.
it's not that loud. All right, good. Remember, right here, Teach. Touch this. That's a good looking car.
The picture turned out really well.
That's a good looking car.
I'm pretty satisfied with it. Pretty satisfied with it.
The car or the picture?
Arrow catch are way off. Not even what arrow catch. Fucking chotches of the internet.
Everyone's a chotch on the internet.
Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a critic. Calvin.
That's true. I have a wonderful topic today. I want to talk about some story times. I want to talk about what we were like. You good? Is that
I'm good.
All right.
I almost choked on my own saliva.
We're going to talk about what we were like before YouTube or before we were famous, because that's what the title's going to be. Boom. Big reveal, clickbait memes. Nice. I'm so proud of myself.
That's the
I'm proud of
farthest thing from clickbait.
What?
That's the farthest thing from clickbait. Anyways.
It works.
Sure. That
What
works.
do you mean? Wouldn't
Just
if
move on, please. Next paragraph.
what the you're so mean to me, man. So mean to me. Why don't you start then? You chotch, being rude and shit. I was gonna talk about how TJ and I met and stuff, or
Everyone
how
always asks that. That's what the title should be.
how we met.
How we really met, in all caps.
Okay, all right. I like that. That's what we're doing. How we really met. So
That's a nice clickbait.
okay. So we're gonna.
We're not
lead up-
starting there. We're starting in middle school.
Yeah, we're starting in middle school, so I'm work up until we get to our first meeting, which is very interesting and crazy experience.
So intense.
It's so intense. I'll tell the story.
In the
When we get-
showers. All right.
What the TJ? We're supposed to leave that part out of the. Randy's not here.
Actual truth exposed.
Exposing yourselves.
Calvin Cabilling exposed.
Okay. All right.
Himself to me when we met. That's what the title will be. That will be. TJ Hunt exposed 2.0. The real truth.
You won't let me title it.
The
that.
naked truth.
You won't title it that. All right. Anyway.
The wet truth. The naked wet truth 2.0. That would be a good video title.
Right there.
My next video on the main channel is going to be called TJ Hunt Exposed 2.0 in parentheses
Wet truth.
wet naked truth, aka how I really all caps end caps met Calvin and parentheses.
Wow.
None
That
of these.
is
viral.
I'm done.
Viral.
You just
It will trump
done
the
with it.
original TJ Hunt Exposed video. Do you remember when exposing was just like the thing on
expose
YouTube?
it. I mean, it's still quite the thing.
No, there was like a period, like an 8-month window where it was like
Expose it. Who?
everyone. There was just
Ooh.
exposed videos. It was just like the fucking thing for views. Exposed. You know
What are they
you-
exposing? Their genitalia?
Anything about any? No, it was people exposing other people.
Oh, that's
Anything
that's
about
kinda-
any other
that's
thing.
Interesting. I didn't know that. All I knew is that there were clickbait of those exposes. That's why I use them. Or we
New
used them.
title:
New title.
TJ and Calvin exposed, all caps.
I like the other one. The wet truth was a good one.
The naked wet truth. All right, I digress.
Okay. So,
We got really deep into that. We're
where are we?
we're talking about middle school Calvin. You're gonna go ahead. I don't even know anything about that.
Yeah,
so.
TJ and I did not know each other in middle school. TJ actually went to a different middle school than I did. And our friend group in high school came from my school. TJ, who else was in the friend group from your school?
Sam, that's it. I came from the ghetto middle school.
Sam, that's
I
it?
came from the shithole of the side of the city. You privileged ass.
Sorry, I live
You
in a nice
privileged
place.
ass.
I am privileged. What the fuck? Get on me, bro.
Is that
So-
my phone?
I think so.
Dustin Williams' FaceTime me. Do we answer it?
Yeah, answer it. It's fine.
If he says anything inappropriate, you're going to have to bleep it.
I'm not going to bleep
I
it.
literally missed it. I'll
Get
call him back. I'll call him back.
No, don't call him back.
I'm a bad person if I don't answer it.
What do you want, Dut? We're filming.
We're filming a podcast. What do you want?
Hello, sir.
What do you want?
What are you doing?
Filming a podcast.
Suck dick?
Nope.
Stop. Dut. Get out of here.
Are you
Dut.
you coming to dinner tonight?
No, he's not. All right.
All right, I got to go, dude.
Later, dude.
It's been I don't
That's what-
never mind. I'm going to get into
Alright.
it. Anyways,
That doesn't involve the wet truth, all right? That was not there.
Calvin, the wet naked truth.
We can't say naked on this channel.
It's
please.
the truth.
It's the truth.
I'm going to
hurts.
expose you if you don't
No.
let me tell the truth.
No.
All right, tell us about your pre-pubescent self, Cal. Get on with it.
Why you gotta say it like that? That's gross.
It's what it was.
That's weird.
It's the naked
You're
truth.
weirding me out, Tej. All right, leave me alone. Okay, so
I just want to smoke pot with Elon Musk.
I'm trying to speak, and every time I try to speak,
Joe Rogan gets to do it on his podcast. Is that his name, Joe Rogan?
yes,
Okay. Double checking.
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't watch.
I smoked pot with Johnny Hopkins, Cal. Get on with it, you
I'm trying to, but every time,
pre-pubal boy.
every time I try to speak, you go.
Oops.
Oh.
I kicked the camera.
You're exposing.
I'm sorry.
The background exposed. There you go. Fix that. Stop kicking, TJ. You are out of control
I want to
today.
be quiet for the next 2 minutes.
All right, you ready? 2 minutes? That's not even that long. Okay, so I would like to say that I was pretty lucky in becoming friends with all these guys. What are you doing? That's what you look like if you were bald. But I think I was pretty lucky. I don't know how you guys came to be friends with your friends, but my friends were technically the popular kids, right? But I wasn't one of those kids. I was the new kid in middle school. You know Cameron Tour, okay? So our friend Cameron, I joined middle school midway through 6th grade because we moved from down south or from up north in California. Stop kicking the can. I'm sorry. So, the story goes, the way that I became friends with everyone that I know right now is because 3 girls on the bus that I rode the bus with.
Wet naked truth, dude. Tell it. Tell him.
How epic do you want me to make this, Tej? So I'm sitting on the bus, and like this. What year? What year?
2006.
2006.
2005,
How do you know that so
2006.
fast? Jeez.
You want to know why? I'm gonna just interrupt your story.
All right, go ahead. Tell.
We were born in the year. By the time, long story short, just our age group in specific, every year of grade that we were in was like, okay, 2000 we were in kindergarten, 2001 we were in first grade, second grade was in 2002, third grade was 2003.
Oh,
Yeah, we got
so
lucky.
plus 6.
Yeah, so just because we were born in
Oh.
94 plus 6, that's when you start kindergarten. So like we were that like weird 1 out of 100 that in our
Interesting.
era, when it was 2013 we were freshmen in college, when it was 2012 we were seniors in high school. Yeah, fun fact, you'll never forget it again. Go on.
I won't. That's pretty cool. That's a mnemonics. That's what that's called. Anyways, so back in 6th grade, I became friends with the friends that I am friends with today. Wow, that was really convoluted. Because on the bus there were these 3 girls, and they sat at the back of the bus. Cool kids sit in the back. I was able to snag a spot in the back with my friend, and I overhear. I don't want to say their names.
I wouldn't say their names.
I wouldn't say their names, but
Jenna Marbles. No, I'm just kidding.
I want you to know who I'm talking about.
I know one of them. Demi's one of them.
No.
Say their first name.
Melissa. You know Melissa.
Last name starts with a W?
I don't know.
I don't know Melissa.
You do know Melissa.
I don't know Melissa.
Okay. Well, there were these 3 girls. They were the 3 M's, allegedly. They all had a name starting with M.
So did there?
The wet naked truth.
The wet naked truth always comes through. It always exposes itself somewhere.
So the
Illuminati.
the three M's, right? They were arguing who was better, right? Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, or what?
Okay.
You're the worst. Okay, so they were arguing about this, and I chime in saying that I like Tigger more than Pooh, and like for whatever reason that sort of thing clicked. Like I butt into the conversation, and I jumped in saying Tigger was way better than Pooh, and one of them was super pissed at me, but her friend that liked Tigger loved me. And the first thing that is when it all. So right there, how graphic do I want to make this? It's not graphic, but it's like, so at this point, Calvin was.
We're speaking in third person now?
Yeah, it was past Calvin, right? So little Calvin, right? He or I have always loved girls. I love girls. And
like girls. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah,
It
no,
fit.
that was
It just fit.
perfect. That was perfect. But yeah, so the fact that I was taught, this is like my first time kind of like interacting like with like, they were older than me. I was cool. 6th grade, they were 7th grade, no big deal. But I was talking to them, and they were just like loving me, because for whatever reason I looked adorable. If I had a picture of myself when I was younger, I'd look adorable. TJ thinks I look adorable now, so imagine what I would look like before, right? So they thought I was adorable. They were giving me hugs, and I'm pretty short already, right? I'm short as hell. So imagine 6th grade Calvin, who's super short. These girls are like tall compared to me, and my head was just like loving things, loving life. I was loving life, bro. So as I was introduced to all the girls. So the three M's knew everybody. They were cool kids, quote unquote cool kids, right? So the three of them introduced me to like all of the girls in our grade. Do you know all of them? Like the cheerleaders,
Yes,
all the cheerleaders, right? So basically all of those girls were introduced to me through them, and they loved me. They loved me because I was adorable and small. And again, I'm very short, so I was getting hugs and shit. I was like, ooh, ooh, where am I? I can't breathe.
This is you need a sensitive podcast.
I'm being ambiguous. I'm just saying I'm short, and I was getting hugs. It's not a big deal. It's like and I love girls. No big deal. No innuendo here, Teach. I don't know what you're talking about. So, after I met all the cheerleader, soon-to-be cheerleader girls, they introduced me to like Vincent, Tyler, the one that you know. How many Tylers do you know? Not the one with the car, the one that skateboards.
Worley.
Yes. Don't say his last.
Oh shit.
TJ.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Tyler,
Shout out
Jake.
to Tea Time out there. Love you, Tea Time.
Love you, Tyler. Haven't seen you in a while. But funny enough, Tyler and I have a YouTube video of us reviewing Toy Story. It is so bad. It's so bad, Teach.
I don't want to.
You want to watch it?
No.
We'll watch it later. But so I was able to meet all these guys, and they became longtime friends of mine after that point, all the way up until.
So long story short, the girls introduced you to the guys, and that was it.
Yeah, but like, I was adorable.
All right.
I was adorable, and like, and I'm pretty sure. Did you know anyone from? Did our schools ever enter?
No.
communicate ever? Never?
No.
Never ever?
I didn't even know
You knew
that.
Troy, though. Troy and Trevor.
I didn't know.
Troy and Trevor.
Yeah, but I didn't even know that middle school at that time.
But you...
I knew, yes.
Did Trevor live by you during that
No,
time?
Trevor left when I was in elementary. They have no idea who any of these people are.
Good.
No, I had no idea about your middle school. I didn't even know it was a thing.
That's interesting. I didn't know that you were a thing.
See,
either,
there you go.
But we had no connection prior at all, ever.
No.
We only met... We'll get to that. But I would like to... There's a lot more stories that I could say, but...
But they're boring, and I'll fall asleep, so.
They're not boring. Middle school wasn't boring. Your middle school's dumb. Tej.
My middle school was...
Yeah, what was middle school Tej like? I have never met middle school Tej.
I was handsome.
You're still handsome.
I was a ladies' man.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know where to start. I mean, middle school for me, like, all of 6th grade, I was, like, a very nerdy kid. I, like, ate
Really?
lunch in my, like, science teacher's classroom.
What?
Mr. Bell. I love you, Mr. Bell.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I didn't meet my current, I didn't meet Sam and my, like, friends group of middle school till 7th grade.
Why, were you a new kid, or have you always lived?
No,
Have you always lived?
I was
where
always
you-
in that area, yeah. But, like, keep in mind, like, I didn't really, like, care too much about my friends in middle school because at this time, like, I was, like, in the middle of hockey. So, like, a big part of my childhood that YouTube never, ever saw was, like,
hockey.
and not even really too much high
Sports.
school, but, like, sports was my life. Like, that's all that really mattered.
You did play hockey during
Yeah.
high school, though.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
You drove that BMW everywhere.
Yeah. Hockey was, like, my thing. I grew up playing, like, the highest tier of hockey in California always. For those who actually know hockey, played AAA and AA and AAA when it was available for my age bracket, and then did a bunch of outside travel tournaments and blah blah blah.
I'm sorry, Tej, but I don't speak.
Yeah, I know you don't speak sports, but
I don't speak Spanish.
so that was my life. So I never really gave a fuck about my friends at school. Like, no, like I did, but like it wasn't my purpose at school wasn't to make friends. It was to get just good enough grades to where I would still qualify to play sports.
Interesting.
Because to play and like Skaha and Kaha, you had to have like a certain grade, blah blah blah. Anyways, so yeah, my like beginning of school and middle school, I didn't really care about friends. 7th grade, middle school was really hard for me because that's when like my mom had a lot of her issues. So that was like a really 7th grade, where she had like her last like major
7th grade
scare, yeah, and so that was like a big turning point in my life. Kind of shook things up. I had like 2 months off of school, and when I came back, that's when I met Sam and all them. I don't know how it happened. I think when we played sports and stuff,
I want to
like
know.
I am like it was
Like on
it
the
was through, it
playground?
was through PE, yeah. So like sports was my life, athletics was my life. Like it was,
So it
I
was
was
like
I would I
tunnel
was
vision.
never like second. I was
Then
always
what
first.
was in elementary school?
Same.
Same?
Same.
Did Sam go to the
No.
same elementary
No.
school?
None of my friends from elementary carried over to my middle school.
That sucks. Well, I guess that happened to me too because I
Yeah.
moved from.
But again, like I
up north.
didn't really care.
Because you were playing hockey.
It was hockey was my thing.
What about your hockey friends? How close were they? How close were you to them during this time?
I mean, I was super close. I had practice every day after school. We had practiced 4 out of the 7 nights, and then every weekend we had a game. So
shit,
I think we had like Tuesdays off. So like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then usually a game on Sunday. So like we practice is like 3 hours every night. So
Damn, I didn't know
I get out of school at
gone that
2:30. Yeah, and then I had practice starting at like 6. So like I saw them every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't
Yeah.
like I was like, oh, I don't have friends. I was like, I saw them all the time.
Just not
We
school.
traveled nonstop, just didn't see them at school.
Yeah. Damn, that's a lot. Oh, I don't know.
So yeah, I met Sam and all of my current friends that kind of carried over to our high school through PE. Like I was always like the fastest runner, fastest mile. I did like all like the running tournaments at our middle school, and fastest mile, stuff like that. And I met friends. I think I met you guys know Sam. I met him through just sports and stuff. Then he like inducted, and then he was like the popular group at our school.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I got introduced to them, and then like in 7th grade, I got my first girlfriend. And that's where like that's where I blossomed into a real man. And then
You're the worst, dude.
I mean that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much.
So you don't remember how? So you were just like good at sports, and then Sam. Did you make Sam laugh or something? Because Sam tends to be like.
Nah,
the funny
okay. I
guy.
mean, our bonding moment. This is weird how I remember this, but it was like at the
Nice.
at the end of the school year, like we had lockers at our middle school, right? And you know how like you were assigned
yeah,
the lock,
do the little
right?
yeah.
So, for whatever reason, to best of my memory, what we did, how I ended up hanging out with Sam is like I was getting picked up late from school one afternoon, like at 4:30, and school got out at like 2:30. I don't know. And we like went around collecting everyone's locks, like end of the year.
End of the year.
School's over, and everyone's like taking it. It's the last day of school. School ended, and everyone's like taking the locks off. I'm like, hey, like, can we have your lock? Like, can I have it? And almost everyone was like, yeah, here, have it. And we took it, and we just started chaining all the locks together. We had like this like monstrous like blob of like what we had to like 2 people carry it. It was a huge thing of locks. And then like we just like thought that was like really funny carrying that around, and we like went out to the blacktops and started throwing them as high as we could to see if we could like break it, hit the ground, and shatter. And then I think we got in like trouble, and like we thought it was really funny, and then we like ran out back in one of the canyons to one of our friends' house. He invited me to his friend's house, and we just started swimming, and we just became best friends.
That's a beautiful story.
I mean, it's weird. I'm sure there's more bits and pieces to it, but
I would like to hear Sam's side of that.
we talked about it. We like tried to remember like, hey, how did we become friends? And we both remember the lock story, and like it just naturally flowed into some other thing.
Oh,
and
nice.
we just started hanging out. Yeah, kind of weird. And then Sam lived really close to me, so he lived just like 2 blocks down after the fact. Yeah, and then we went to, and then, I mean, I don't really remember anything too much about 8th grade, but yeah, just girls and
You had
and skateboarding and hockey. Like, that was my life.
yeah.
Video games, Modern Warfare.
Wait.
That was a big
I'm getting
portion.
triggered. I know. I'm trying to remember. Did we play games before we met, or did we decide to play games?
I have no idea.
Just so you guys know, like, video games is like a huge chunk of our friends group's life. We used to spend
That was like, I think our friends group's bonding point was video games.
yeah, huge bonding point. Like Jake, Vincent,
Sam.
Sam played a lot.
Sam was that friend who like had really bad rage quit issues and would like every other week couldn't play because he threw his current controller and destroyed it and like ruined it.
And I always make the joke of what his kill count was. How many controllers has he killed?
He's broken a couple consoles too.
He's broke. Really?
Yeah.
I know he broke one.
Yeah.
PlayStation. You know why I know that? Is because he asked me to come over to fix it, and he got mad. Okay, so it's a small tangent. He called me over. I come over to fix it, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, it stopped working." And I tried to take it apart, and I look at it, I was like, Sam,
didn't he put it back together with like random
dude? I'm gonna explain this in detail for you. So I come over, and at this point, TJ and I have been working on cars for a little bit, so we know like what tool to put in the right place. Sam is over here with like, I come over, I walk through his door. TJ knows what I'm talking. I'm walking to the door. I say, "What's up?" Sam's dad is in the backyard or something. Lucy's running around. I go to the table. I see his console, like, cracked open. I'm like, "Sam, did you take this apart?" He's like, "Yeah, I tried to." and I got frustrated and stopped. I'm like, okay. So I go over and I try to pick it up, and it's like it almost fell apart. Like I grab it and things are like, right? And screws are like, I drop it and it screws like pop out. I open the thing and I look at the screws. I'm like, Sam, what happened? And all of this, like, let's say there were 6 screws to get the first bit off. 5 of them were stripped. I'm like, Sam, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I try to get it off, and he pulls out a tool. I don't remember whether it's for the sake of the story, he pulls out a flathead, and it's a Phillips head. And I'm like, what? What's going on here, dude? And I'm like, okay, you could use a rubber band to try and get it off, right? Like you stick the rubber band in between the screw and you push it in. And I somehow get the thing back together, and it turns on. And I'm like, Sam, just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Or no, I think the reason was he was trying to get his game out.
Yeah, I think his game got stuck.
Because he broke it. Okay, yeah, I try to help him get the game out. Okay. Yeah, I tried to help him get the game out, but I couldn't do it because the screws were stripped. So that was a little side story. Back to when TJ and I met, though. So I want to hear I think I remember it really fucking well.
I remember like 2 things.
You remember like 2 things? Okay.
And by 2 things, I mean I remember very little.
Okay. What do you remember then?
I just remember like, I think it was like sophomore year or something. We were in.
Was it sophomore year?
I think it was sophomore year.
I don't know. I thought it was freshman year.
I thought it was sophomore year.
We had science together. What year was that?
What? No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You know why? I'll tell you. Go ahead. I'll tell you why I remember perfectly. I don't know if it's freshman or sophomore. I don't know that. But I remember it was in science. Where do you think we met?
I thought it was in. I don't think it was Mr. Curry. I thought I have a weird
Okay, go ahead.
memory
Okay.
of
Just
us
let it
being
out.
in like a history class or something of
probably
that
Curry.
sort.
Yeah.
And we sat towards the front door. And I remember the door being open. This is like a weird memory.
Okay,
I
go
have.
ahead. I'm trying to follow
The
you.
door's open. We're the table closest to the door. Your back is closest to the door. You're facing the main of the classroom. I'm facing the door, and we sat right across from each other. And you sat next to Cassidy. I'm not going to say any more about that, but you sat next to her. Was that not you? Did you ever sit next to that girl?
I've sat
She
next
sat
to
to
her
your
before.
left.
I've sat next to her
You were
before.
to her right. I was in front of
Yeah.
you. There was some rando over here. That's when I think the first time I met Calvin, I think of that scene, and I don't know anything about it. I just know that's
was
like
it.
the
That was
earliest
it.
memory I have.
Okay. Here's what I have. And the reason why I know this well, I don't remember if Sam was in our class, but you made an impression on me, right? You made a really good impression on me when I think we first met. We were in a class where the teacher's first name was Courtney, right? And I remember it's a science classroom, so you know what it looks like. We were sitting at the bench. We're sitting at the bench if you're looking towards the whiteboard, on the right side of the classroom, sitting on the one against the wall, not the one against the window, but against the wall. And it's myself, you, I believe Sam was there because you were already like...
There's no way any teacher would put me and Sam sitting at the same table.
I don't know who it was. It could
Unless it's like the start of the trimester.
It was the start. It was I get into class. I don't know many people in this class, so I had to make new friends. So I just remember that we were sitting against the wall, and you were there with someone. It was us two with someone else, but you had to know this person really well because you were already on one. You were already charged.
Yeah, if I'm with Sam, I get fired up.
You were fucking charged. So,
It had to have been Sam.
it had to have been Sam because the only person that I think you would throw memes like that with is Sam.
Probably.
So I'm sitting there, I'm facing the chalkboard, you're facing away, and she's passing it out. Courtney's passing things out. I'm not going to say her last name, I was going to give it away. But TJ decides to be a fucking alpha male. Alpha male, and as soon as she comes up, our teacher, he goes, "Can I call you Courtney?" And she was like,
Keep in mind, her last name was Blanket. So it was the teacher's name was Mrs. Blanket.
yeah,
Her first name was Courtney.
yes,
So everyone called her Mrs. Blanket.
yeah. But TJ, out of, I don't know, probably nowhere, was like, "Can I call you Courtney?" And she was like, she was taken back. She steps back and is like,
Such a punk.
"Yeah, you were." So that's why it left an impression on. And bro, keep in mind, this is a teacher with long ass hair. It's like here with.
They've never seen that picture.
You've never seen this.
They know nothing about that.
Look,
No, it's nowhere.
Jesus Christ, look that up.
It's no way. There's no way that anyone's gonna dig that up.
It's gonna go on there. Someone on Twitter, please. Jesus Christ. It's on someone's Facebook, and I'm pretty sure it's still there. Oh, you know where it is?
I know where it is. It doesn't need to be discussed.
Choking.
There's no way anyone's gonna find that. And it's not choking, it's cutting.
Oh, the memories, Tej. Oh, it's there. I'm gonna find it. Okay, so TJ has. Okay, imagine TJ's head with long hair. He's a hockey player, so you gotta put the things together. So he had long hair up to his shoulder, basically. It curled at the tip a little bit, but the most defining feature is that his bangs were just as long as his hair, but he did this so much. He ran his finger across and flipped it a lot. He was going like this, like a cool kid, and it was stuck like that. It had a cowlick from how long he's been pushing it out of his face. Right?
I had a good wig.
He had a good mop. It was a mop.
It was.
So imagine him like thrashing his head about
somewhere.
Thrashing his head about, trying to call our teacher by her first name, Courtney. And she's taken back, and TJ goes ahead she goes ahead and says something to like, "Can I call you something?" You remember it.
Daisy.
She was like, "Can I call you Daisy?" And you're like, "Yep, sure." And then she goes back to the front, and TJ, again, alpha, fucking raises his hand. "Hey, Courtney."
In front of the whole class.
For the whole class. Every time. And like,
I'm not sure what possessed me to do that. I don't really know.
I don't know. Like I said, you were with someone that you knew well, and you made an impression on me. And I'm sure that because that was the point where we started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare together. After we became
Modern
friends.
Warfare 2, probably.
No, Modern Warfare.
How do I know?
Oh, Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because I played Modern Warfare with Jake and Vincent. But so that means it had to be sophomore year, because
It was sophomore year, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Well, anyways, it had to be a year later, because we didn't play games just because we played games. It's because I learned that Sam played with Jake, and then I played with Sam and Jake, and then you came on and we played together, and that's where we spent like 16-hour days playing just Call of Duty together. That was like a huge bonding moment. We spent so much time playing that game.
Wait, so what happened with the teacher? I called her Courtney, and that was it? That's all you remember?
So I don't know. That's all I remember. You made an impression on me, and then I liked you, and I made great memes, and you found them funny, I'm sure. And then I'm pretty sure the first. What is that? You're such an asshole. You look like such an asshole, dude. That sums up my first meeting with TJ.
I don't know how else it's going to show
It's not
up.
good. I don't know. Oh, it's not gonna show up well.
Oh, it's showing up good enough.
It's good enough. That image for you guys is like, that is what I met. That body posture is exactly what TJ was like.
A boss.
Yeah. It was so good. And everything else is a blur because we never really had a class together after that.
No, I don't think so.
But I liked cars. I don't even remember. So I knew you had a BMW. Oh shit! How old is that? Can I
That is
see?
from.
Is my Civic in there?
Let me look. This is from 2011. This is junior year.
Oh, that's too late then.
No, it's not in the lineup. I don't even. Oh, there's my BMW. It's right there.
Is it blue yet?
No, it's black. It wasn't blue till college.
It wasn't blue till college. I always
Freshman
thought you
year.
had that senior year.
Freshman year.
Fuck.
Sorry, I'm like going down a time capsule and they can't see anything. It's unfair. But
Yeah, don't do that. Don't show them any of that. But as for like how. Oh wow.
can I show that name?
Oh wow, that's it.
Can I show that name?
Yeah, of course you can.
Your
show that
your
name.
title?
I'm not embarrassed of that.
No, people are probably gonna add you like crazy.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't.
I'm gonna do it.
No, don't
I'm
do
doing
it.
it.
Tej. I use that account.
No, you
sometimes.
don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
I have
you
all my
don't.
trophies. I play PC though.
All right,
now,
you
so-
don't. Here you go. I'm showing it.
West Coast Player C.
Okay.
But it's like
to reference how much we played video games, this is on my Facebook. I'm like digging through old photos right now, looking through high school shit. I thought it was really cool that me and Calvin had gold guns, so I took a picture of it and posted it to Facebook.
You can't see it well. But my name was like West Coast Player C.
Video
What
game-
were we doing, dude? We played so much of that. That is such a blur
I
in
had
my
gold
memory.
M4 with the red dot sight. Oh man,
You,
dude, I cannot
just
wait.
just so you know,
Oh, tangent. I cannot wait for Battle Royale. Holy shit.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Battle Royale. Bring him back. I'm
Boom,
doing
right
it.
there. Boom, right there.
Advertisement on this monster can. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, just so you guys know, you need like 1,000 headshots to get gold. Back in Call of Duty.
No, I think it was 2,500.
2,500? Holy shit, Tej, we play. No, it's 1,000 because Red Tiger was like 750.
I will debunk this.
You can
Right
do
now.
it right now.
We'll do it right now.
But as for like when we started doing cars, I had a Civic. We did nothing to the Civic. We worked on TJ's BMW. I remember.
End of high school.
What did we start working on first? Your BMW or my BRZ?
My BMW.
I know we put a front bumper and that's about it. Oh, and we put vinyl sticker that we didn't know how to do on the headlights to block the orange.
Oh, here it is. I got the wiki page.
It's Modern Warfare because you can't get gold guns in Modern Warfare 2. I don't think. No, you can't. It was Modern Warfare that we were playing a lot.
Says no.
But wow.
Okay,
Wow.
I didn't find it, but it might be 1,000.
It might be 1,000. Because I had a gold AK or something. I had a bunch of gold guns. I played too much of that. Sam played a lot. Damn.
Wow.
I don't even.
I think it'd be really fun to do a podcast where we play some of our old favorite video games and talk about.
Oh,
things.
you know what we can do?
Hmm.
That seems like a lot of fucking hassle.
I don't know how you need to set it up, but we should right now be split screen on PS4 playing Modern Warfare talking about something.
Mm-hmm.
And like on this we have like this box that you guys see should be like the bottom corner of the main screen of us playing with each other.
Yeah.
That would be next level.
How about we do that?
I yes. Or what I even
How do
think
I
would be
do
cooler is just make this background actual gameplay.
But they can't see.
I know, but you could shrink us a little bit. We're
Yeah, I
taking
could
up a
push
little
us-
bit of
I
it,
could
sure.
push us down, yeah.
But who cares? Like, it's not like you're watching just to watch gameplay. It's just a bonus. I think it'd be cool, regardless.
I don't know how we would do that. I'll sit on it. I'll think about it. Maybe next time.
That means it's not gonna happen, boys. But regardless,
I made this fucking 2-camera setup work. Maybe I can figure it out. Maybe what the fuck? Oh, actually, nah. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
How dope would that be?
It'd be really cool. I just need to I need a way to capture the.
But we could do fucking quick scopes and Rust.
No, we could play the story.
Intervention.
Remember we used to do that?
Now it goes down. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, we did that a lot. Anyways, I think that's enough.
50,000
of us.
people used to live here.
That
Now it goes
is
down.
mission failed. We'll get him next time. That's enough out of us.
Good work, team.
Good work. Thank you for listening to our
Naked wet memes. I'm just gonna go.
yeah. Just
I'll
Thank-
see you later.
thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have interesting memes for the next one.